Next up on the Justin Trudeau Apology Palooza tour, Justin plans to issue a mea culpa to the Jewish community in November. Folks, get ready to witness the most insincere, most hollow apology ever to be uttered in the history of peoplekind. One of the most shameful chapters in Canadian history occurred almost 80 years ago. In 1939, the MS St. Louis entered Canadian waters carrying 907 German Jews fleeing the Nazi regime. But the Liberal government of the day, headed up by Prime Minister William Lyon Mackenzie King, well, he subscribed to a policy of none is too many when it came to Jews seeking refuge in Canada. As such, the ship wasn't allowed to dock in Halifax. About half of the passengers were eventually taken in by 4 European nations, the UK, the Netherlands, France, and Belgium. But about 500 of them ended up right back in Germany, the country they were originally fleeing. And it was in Germany that 254 of these Jews were killed in concentration and internment camps. The refusal to allow the St. Louis to dock in Canada was a horrible, disgraceful lapse in moral and ethical judgment. And the Mackenzie King Liberals have blood on their hands, no doubt about it. Oh, as an aside, there's a statue of Mackenzie King on Parliament Hill. Are the progressives planning to tear down this edifice? No? Gee, wonder why. In any event, Trudeau announced on the eve of Rosh Hashanah that he plans to issue an apology in Parliament on November 7th. Oh, what a mensch, eh? But you want to know something? It's really quite easy to issue an apology some 8 decades after these innocent Jews were executed. But it takes some real moral courage to support the Jews who are very much alive in Israel today. Because remember how back in May, when Israel, the only true democracy in the Middle East, was under attack by weapon-toting Palestinian thugs in Gaza? Well, Trudeau chose to stand with the thugs. Here's what he stated when Israel had the temerity to protect its borders, quote, "Reported use of excessive force and live ammunition is inexcusable. It is imperative we establish the facts of what is happening in Gaza. Canada calls for an immediate independent investigation," end quote. You know, the only thing Palestinians are really world-class at is the fine art of public relations and propaganda. And our PM bought their lies hook, line, and stinker. And let's not forget that the Mackenzie King Liberals of 1939 turned away genuine refugees fleeing genuine persecution. But today's Trudeau Liberals, well, they have nothing but open arms for bogus refugees who freely walk across the U.S.-Canada border. They aren't fleeing from a death sentence in America. Rather, they're just gaming the system. Clearly, they don't want to follow the rules for those who want to lawfully immigrate to Canada. And as for eradicating the loophole in the Canada-U.S. Safe Third Country Agreement that allows this ridiculous charade to continue unabated, oh, please, that's a non-starter with Justin. In fact, I think Justin Trudeau has nothing but contempt for Jews. In the past 2 years, on 2 separate occasions, Justin failed to mention Jews in a prepared statement commemorating the Holocaust. Isn't that kind of like recounting the history of the Titanic without somehow mentioning that little iceberg incident? But it's not a surprise, really. Jews are kind of getting in the way of Justin Trudeau's identity politics strategy, which is to say Trudeau operates on the mantra of, if it's Islamic, it's good, and if it's good, it's Islamic. Justin even has plenty of time and sometimes plenty of cash for those who subscribe to radical Islam, including such pawn scum as Omar Khadr and Joshua Boyle. In other words, he likes to hang with a crowd that probably tends to deny the Holocaust as they dream of manufacturing another one. So in the final analysis, Justin, please spare us your crocodile tears when it comes to the Liberal government disgrace of 1939. Indeed, take your hollow, 2-bit apology and shove it where the sun don't shine. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, the Rebel has a new app. Please download that app and take the Rebel with you wherever you go.